شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتو یې پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
In the name of Allah, good evening and welcome to this hour's news. I am Suleiman Talash and this is RTA News. Today is the 1st of October 2024. Hafiz Zia Ahmad Takal, Deputy Spokesman of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, reacting to the recent remarks of Hassan Kazemi Qawmi, Iran's Special Representative for Afghanistan, saying that the Islamic Emirate has sovereignty over all the borders of Afghanistan and no one is threatened from Afghan territory. He added that the Islamic Emirate see Afghans as their own people and no one can discriminate against Afghans. Let's see more in this report.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in response to the recent statements of Iran's President's Special Envoy and Ambassador, Hassan Kazemi Qawmi, said that the Islamic Emirate has complete sovereignty over the entire geography of Afghanistan and does not allow anyone to threaten others from this territory.
The security forces of the Islamic Emirate have control over the geography and borders of the country and do not let anyone to use the territory of Afghanistan against other countries or to threaten them from Afghanistan soil. During the last 3 years, the Islamic Emirate has been able to establish relations with neighboring countries, the region and the world.
Mr. Takal adds that all the tribes living in Afghanistan are brothers and no one is treated differently.
The Islamic Emirate regards all Afghans as its nation, and no one can discriminate against any Afghan. The rights of every citizen of the country are protected. Ethnic and linguistic differences do not matter. The Islamic Emirate aims to maintain national unity and unity in the country.
Speaking to an Iranian media outlet, Qawmi asked Afghans to refrain from immigrating to Iran and emphasized that Afghans should be provided with education, work and treatments inside Afghanistan.
Nuruddin Azizi, the Minister of Industry and Commerce, and Muhammad Yunus Moman, First Deputy Chamber of Commerce and Investment, attended the 75th anniversary of the founding of China at the Chinese Embassy in Kabul. The Chamber of Commerce and Investment said that Mr. Moman emphasized trade cooperation between the two countries and invited the Chinese ambassador to Kabul to participate in the national and international exhibition of Imam Abu Hanifa. The Economic Deputy of the Prime Minister has announced the approval of the draft of the liquid gas facility construction procedure and the revenue policy of the mining sector. Economic Deputy says that according to this procedure, liquid gas sellers, all government and private companies will remove gas reserves from cities and crowded places. And according to this procedure, they will build new facilities. Economic Deputy also states that this draft and in addition the mining sector revenue policy draft has been sent to the Economic Commission for approval. In the 7th session of the Cabinet of the Islamic Emirate, the delegation led by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development was entrusted with the task of creating facilities in the field of construction work licenses. Meanwhile, the spokesperson of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development says that the permission has been given to all those who have the legal documents of the place and carry out the work according to the urban plan. More details in report.
In Monday's meeting of the Cabinet, which was chaired by Mullah Muhammad Hassan Akhund, the Prime Minister of the Islamic Emirate, among other issues, the delegation led by Ministry of Housing and Urban Development was given the task of providing facilities in the field of construction work permits.
Under the leadership of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, the delegation was entrusted with the task of preparing a comprehensive plan for the creation of facilities in the field of construction affairs in the country, so that facilities are created for the people and in a short time, obtain work permit after property verification.
According to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, permission has been given to those who have legal documents to start the construction work and they are working according to the plan in this regard.
In the capital, city of Kabul, and all provinces, construction activities have been allowed. But of course, on the condition that they have legal documents of the property and complete the planning process. Those who do not have legal documents of ownership, they are not allowed to carry out their construction work. And those who have legal documents of land but want to carry out work against the plan, so these people are not allowed to work.
At the same time, the professionals want the Islamic Emirate to increase the construction works in the country and create more facilities in this area in order to provide employment opportunities to the people.
Compared to the past, there has been a lot of ease in the field of construction permits. We hope that the Islamic Emirate leadership will create other facilities that will provide employment opportunities to the countrymen. On the one hand, it provides employment to the countrymen. On the other hand, it leads to the development of the country. We request the government to provide construction and work opportunities for Afghan youth. Approximately 100 to 150 people work in each apartment in its two sections. If the construction works continue, approximately 300 to 400 people will work in each building.
This decision of the cabinet is made at a time when some people have expressed their concern because of what they have called the restriction of construction works. But the Kabul municipality says that there is no obstacle in this regard, but on the condition that the property documents are up to date.
A meeting was held in Saripol province in continuation of the meetings for the stability of the Islamic government, the unity and integration of the people. The meeting was attended by Maulavi Muhammad Ali Jan Ahmad, Deputy Chairman of the Jirga of the Ministry of Borders, Tribes and Tribal Affairs, local officials, community leaders, religious scholars, and many local residents. Mufti Taslimullah Haqqani, Head of Information and Public Relations of the Ministry of Borders, Tribes and Tribal Affairs, presented information on the policies of the ministry and mentioned that this ministry is a bridge between the government and people, where people can solve their problems. 59 employees of various divisions and regional corps of the Ministry of National Defense graduated from the 3-month professional training course of different courses of Abdullah bin Masood Command of Military Joint Training. In the graduation ceremony, the officials told the graduates to obey the orders of the leaders and avoid neglecting their duties in the light of the acquired education and principles. Meanwhile, the new graduates showed their readiness to serve the country in every corner of the country and added that they are bravely protecting their land. The Kunar Disaster Preparedness Directorate distributed food and non-food aid to 100 local families who were displaced by the recent fighting in the border areas. According to local officials, the aid includes flour, rice, oil, and other essential items. The construction of 2 avenues worth 350,000 Afghanis has been completed in Qargai Bazar and Sarkano area of Qargai district of Laghman province. According to Qari Khalid Sharifi, mayor of Qargai district, the cost of these avenues was paid by Qargai municipality, which was completed in 45 days. That's all for tonight. Thank you so much for watching.
Sato i pasro vino da shahidan kur